What is up, y'all? It is Marzi. We are back on day 44. Okie doke. This is crazy. I'm surprised that we've come back so soon. So I already took a couple notes on the BIOS quiz. Hopefully we could pass it this time. That's going to be the goal. I want to continue taking that until I pass it. And what's crazy is that it's literally the same questions. And I'm still struggling. But it's okay. This time we finally took notes on it. I think the last two, there was also something else I wanted to go and do, but I know that we do need to eventually go watch Professor Messer, and we need to take notes on that specific topic, which I believe is the file systems. But yeah, so, oh yeah, another thing too is I finally found out exactly what is on the CompTIA A+. And I think the fact that I had no idea, it took me watching Professor Messer's video for me to like look this up. I was like, this is crazy. So I want to go and show y'all this as well. So give me a second. Here we go. Perfect. So this is going to definitely help me see exactly what I need to learn and what to look for. In particular, the only thing I don't like is that it doesn't talk about computers here. And I know computers is like a huge thing, or like laptops, unless they are putting that inside of the hardware sections. Maybe it's talking about multiple hardware sections, unless it's down here. Yeah, I don't really see it, but I'm going to show y'all though. This is crazy. This is probably one of the best things that you could look at, even for I'm also forgetting. This is also for Network Plus, Security Plus. If you're gonna come and get it through the CompTIA way, then there's another way too. But this whole entire website literally practically tells you what's going to be on the test. And I was like, what the hell? I had no idea. So real quick, let me go and turn this on just in case if chat is here. Sorry, my fault, y'all. My fault. Here we go. Make sure, by the way, if you're in here, that you end up leaving a like. It pushes the stream out to other people. But yeah, so let me go and show y'all. I'm going to go here, and we're going to switch this real quick because I want to make sure everything looks fine. So we're going to go 44. And then probably on the top of the screen here, I normally don't change this, but instead of saying studying fundamentals, I'm going to go CompTIA A+, because I think we finally are kind of in that stage anyway. So let's go. So look at this. Here's A+, Core 1, version 15 exam objectives summary. So we have about 13%, 23, 25, 11%, right? So this is, and then 28 here. So, they have a get exam ready, find your training and explore bundles. I wonder what that's about. But they pretty much tell you how much something ends up popping up on the screen. So here we go. It says hardware setup, which would be like installing computer components like batteries, cameras, and Wi-Fi antennas. Then you got accessory options, configuring the USB, Bluetooth, NFC docking stations. Network setup, which is configuring the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cellular data. And synchronization settings, troubleshooting, identifying, fixing hardware. So this kind of makes me want to restart. Cause like I did, and I'm now in the software section, which I'm okay, I guess we're kind of sticking to. We basically are just focusing on Core 2. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go from Core 2 down and then go back to Core 1. But this is crazy. So troubleshooting, identifying and fixing hardware and connectivity issues. So this is pretty good. So I like that. If I highlight this, I put this probably in like ChatGPT, or I could probably, like I said, watch Professor Messer's, put it into Google, and I could kind of find exactly what is going to help me with this test. Next, it has about 23% of networking, specifically protocols and ports, learning about networking protocols, ports, and wireless technologies. Soho networks, which is setting up small office and home office networks, including IP addressing and VPNs. Next, you got networking tools like troubleshooting with crimpers, cable test, and Wi-Fi analyzers. So for specifically these two, if you obviously go and add that up, that's about, I would say 36% of the test. And I don't even know this for Core 1. Here's where hardware comes in, which I feel like out of the hardware 25%, I might know 10 or 15, maybe 17. I'll give myself that. So component installation, I'm very confident in, which is setting up the RAM, CPU, storage devices. I'm pretty sure that is also going to be about the watts and stuff like that, which I'm very confident in. This one's configuring motherboards, because obviously there's some motherboards that aren't compatible or that are compatible. Power supplies, cooling solutions, very confident here. Here is kind of where I'm not. Now, I understand about cables and connectors, but I don't think I'm very confident with the wording. Like, if they're asking me about a USB A, C, or B, like I know what a C is. That's like one of the newest ones. But A and B, I always forget. I always forget. And I know what it is in person. Like if you ask me, I need this cable, like I got you. I just don't really correlate what that cable is to the name of that cable. I know what the Ethernet cable is. I know what the HDMI cable is. But if they were to ask me a question that is like, why would you need the HDMI? I might be like, hold on, like I think that's to display something on a screen. I think there might be other reasons why you need an HDMI, but that's kind of all I know. Ethernet, I know that's for the internet, right? So there's a couple things I get here, but there's a couple things I don't. If they ask it in a way I don't understand, I'll be screwed. But I like I said, how I could just sit here, copy and paste this, and go find it myself or watch Professor Messer. So here we go. Now we got peripheral devices. Installing and maintaining printers, scanners, and other peripherals. This one I don't know, because I do understand a little bit of maintaining printers, like basically some of the easy things, like why is this printer not printing? I tend to always be able to find the answer on why, but I haven't had to do anything that's a little bit deeper than just being like, oh, it's because the printer's jammed. Like maybe I had to turn off the printer one time, turned it back on, and it may have worked. But other than that, it's like never really did anything too much more deeper, so I think I could understand if asked, but if there's, it's not everything. Scanners, I haven't looked at all. Other peripherals, I don't think I've looked, or did I say that right? I don't think I looked at all either, so this would probably be the section, these two. So I would say maybe I know, then what is half of 25? That would have to be like 12, so I'll say I know like 13% confidently from that section. Then we got virtualization and cloud computing, which is 11% of the test. First of all, this don't add up to 100 now. Does it? I'm confused. But virtualization concepts, understanding virtual machine. Oh, because I'm forgetting this one. Hyperboot supervisors, desktop virtualization. I clearly haven't learned any of this. Cloud models, learning about LAS. And I love the fact that, like I said, this website literally shows you what is going to be on the test, so you kind of know exactly where to study, which is why it's making me so upset, because I'm like, I took my time studying BS. Like obviously it was good to study because I was learning how to build a computer, but I had no idea that there was a website that shows you exactly where to go. You got hardware, network troubleshooting, diagnosing and identifying, fixing hardware, network, and connectivity problems, which I think I'm pretty good there. Somewhat. I'll give myself like a good 5% on this. We got troubleshooting tools using multimeters, cable testers, and loopback plugs. Never seen that day in my life. And then that's pretty much it for the A+ Core 1 exam. And then eventually we come down here and then we got the A+ Core 2 exam objectives, which starts with the operating system. This is something we are currently learning right now. What is up, Mole? This is something we currently are learning right now. And I feel like because I kind of I already got to the software side of things, I might as well just stay here. So are you also going to try cybersecurity? I feel like I want to, but I feel like it's not something that I would say. Like, I'm not going to be like, I'm getting into cybersecurity. It's definitely a dream, but I feel like it's might be difficult to kind of get in. That in my head is like, I don't want to say I will, and then I just don't, and I discourage myself. I'm like, hell no. He said, what are the fees to give the exam? I think it's $250. But let me go look at it after I read a couple of this. So the OS installation, we haven't learned about the installation, but we have learned about some of the operating systems. I think we're going to get to that point though. We got window tools, managing systems with task manager, command prompt, and disk management, which we also kind of got into, but we never really, like, I know the answer if they were to ask a specific thing. I might be able to be like, okay, that's task manager, that's command prompt, this is disk management. Sometimes I can get them a little confused depending on the question. We got file systems, which I'm currently taking notes on now. We got security, which is about 28% security measures using encryption, access controls. Like, this is crazy, but this is stuff that we're going to end up needing to know. Software troubleshooting OS issues, diagnosing and resolving problems with operating systems, mobile troubleshooting. I can't believe it gets into a lot of phones this time. Security concerns, fixing unauthorized access and malware, which I'm not mad about, because I do want to learn about phones. They said operational procedures, 21%, documentation. I like that, using the best practices to document. Safety and communication, following safety protocols and communicating effectively. Then backup and recovery, setting up workstation backups and recovery processes. So I like this. Now let's go and see necessarily the price real quick, because I want to make sure I'm correct. So I guess, is it a voucher? Is it a voucher that you're buying? I guess this one's a voucher, but it says single-use voucher. Redeem the digital code for either the A plus or Core 2. 12-month validity. Take your exam. So this is a one-time purchase, yes. So it's $265. But I guess you could sit there and you can also buy a voucher plus a retake, which this one might be the one I would buy. Because just in case if I failed, at least I'm able to take a retake for well, not free, because I'm paying for it before cheaper. Because imagine if I failed this, I would have to do a whole nother $265. That's already about $500 or so just to retake it. So I might as well do this one because it's a little bit cheaper for $314 to get a little bit of a retake there. And then this one's a certification kit, which has the frameable, proudly display of your achievement. Oh wait, never mind. I was like, damn, that is how much? That's an extra $10. I'll probably buy that too. Then these ones here are some learning products, I guess. I guess they have a Cert Master Study. I don't know how good these are. They have instructional lessons, comprehensive. I wouldn't mind purchasing any of these. But then again, it is a little bit pricey, which I'm kind of like, might not want to. They have bundles. This one's $1,000. A bundle for what? Is it to teach me or the exam? Oh, I guess it's the bundle for the exam, but how? Oh no, never mind. It's the bundle for learning. I think maybe the bundle for learning and an exam. Okay, yeah, so it's a bundle for learning and one exam for each test. So this is crazy. So this is the real cheaper version where you could get both of them, and it stays active for 12 months. So I guess if you wanted, you could just like buy it when you are currently feeling ready, but then take it when you really are ready. And then it also comes with retakes. It comes with, I wonder, does it come with at least, does it, like, do they add the camera frame? I mean, the frame? Easy voucher. Okay, but I like this stuff. I like this stuff. This is pretty cool. It's definitely expensive. Definitely expensive, but I'm happy that they do have a retake reassurance voucher. I'm gonna be pissed though, because imagine paying for this and I passed the first time. Legitimately finna be livid. Legitimately gonna be livid, but I'm happy that I just ended up looking at this, because I just can't believe that they had an overview here and I was tripping. Let me see if they have an overview for the... Actually, no. Let me just stop at this point. Well, kind of wanted to see if they have it for networking. So they must have it for each one. They have a lot of different certifications. Oh no, they actually don't. They just have course details, 25 minutes of instruction, 29 lab. Oh, this is the course. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on. I just want to see. Oh, they don't even offer, look, for the Network Plus. Unless this is for teaching, interactive learning, topics. Oh, this might be for learning, never mind. I was gonna say, even for the A+, you can't even buy a refund, but maybe you can't. I think this is for the actual test. I think it just gives you the learning resources. That's crazy. Let me see about this one. Maybe that would send me there. Yeah, no. Skills, exam. Oh, this is the exam. Never mind. Okay, let's see if they offer. They don't tell you what's on the exam. Oh, yes, they do, right here. Perfect. Isn't this crazy? So if y'all are going for the Network Plus, Security Plus, it tells you basically everything that's going to be on that test. So if you are confident in any of these and need work on any of those, go do it. That's crazy. Then let's go to the buy now. Okay, so they do offer a retake. I like that. I like that. And they offer labs and practice studies in different languages. Damn, I guess a lot of people I probably can't go that. Whew. That's crazy. Okay, so let's go. Let's get back to this BIOS quiz. Let's see if we are going to be able to actually pass this time. We finally took some notes on it, y'all. So let's see how this goes. I believe this is boot options because I just feel like I remembered seeing this previously. Which BIOS configuration option helps mitigate a common vector of malware infection, which I believe was the USB permission settings. The TPM functionality, if available in the BIOS and UEFI setup interface, provides which of the following features? I would say allows only trusted boot files to run at the startup. I think. I don't believe it's this one. I think encrypts, or it might be. Let me just move forward because I know it's one of them. log boots processes to detect changes, safely creates and stores crypto, changes the integrity. I think it's these ones. I'm not too sure. And I remember, I think it was one of them, so it might be encrypts individual users. I could get that one super damn wrong, but let's just continue pushing forward. So modern motherboards features temperature sensors near key components like the CPU chipsets. I think this one pulls these sensors to obtain current temperature readings, and according to the configured fan control, which can be automatic. I think this one was true. Let's see if we could pass, man. Which of the following terms refers to the advanced security feature integrated in the modern UEFI firmware that ensures only digitally signed trusted software is allowed to run during the system startup? So let's go with secures boot. I think this might have to be the waves. Do secure boot, and let's continue. Sorry, I'm trying to look at my phone real quick. So you said Cresor North mode. Oh, you said 250. Like which company? My fault, Mo. Which company hosts the exam? I think it's just CompTIA. This is like literal like the company is called CompTIA, which is why I guess it's called the CompTIA test. So they have a bunch of certifications too. They have one for AI that you could get, cloud, AutoOps, Cloud Plus, A Plus Cyber, Pen Tester Plus, Ethical Hacker, and they're all industry. Well, I think they're all industry recognized because it's CompTIA. They got Security Plus. They even got for Data Plus, stuff like that. Network, technical, digital. So it's a nice little site. It's definitely a nice little site. My fault for not answering that one. You said Crescent, Northwood, Juno, Baking Soda products. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. So let's see which of the listed examples apply. I think required to access and modify the BIOS UEFI. I feel like I always pick that one, and it's like that one just always seems, I feel like for me, to be wrong. So I think I'm just going to say no. I always pick that one. Let's do primarily protects against unauthorized users. Prevents configuration changes. I feel like I'm confident about that. Required before the OS loads to prevent unauthorized. I think it should be that one. And then I feel like there's one more. So activated only when entering the BIOS configuration. Required to access and modify the BIOS UEFI. I might have to go with does not restrict that. I think was the answer. So which of the following does not apply? Which I swear I still don't understand, but I just kind of know at this point. Ensures that the unauthorized users cannot start the system. Is not a part of the BIOS password. Is strange, but okay. Oh, we actually got one wrong. Prevents config. Oh, I thought I clicked that. I must have been moving super fast. But I'll take the L on that. I swore on everything that I clicked that one. But that's okay. But I just gotta make sure. I'm surprised I didn't click that one. Then we got this one, which is ensures this system. So I like that. Damn, I can't believe I messed that one up. But that's probably what, like a 90. Oh, they still gave me 100. That don't make sense. How the hell did I get 100 if I literally got one wrong? Oh, it's because but technically it should be wrong. But I guess I clicked it. That's what it's saying. So I did click it, but I wasn't supposed to click it. Oops, my fault. I'm surprised how did they get 100 if I got that wrong though? But still, we probably technically got like a 97 or like a 95. That's still not bad compared to what we did. We failed this test twice. So to finally be able to sit here and pass it after taking my notes, which is great. Very proud of myself. They have exam vouchers too. Are these exam vouchers like cheaper or something? Are they? Oh, that's weird. So still for the CompTIA A Plus. Oh, here's the AWS voucher. So they basically have it to where if you, this is 335. I think they have a cheaper one. This is 314. What the hell is this? 335 Network Plus expires on the and it doesn't even last 12 months. Why the hell would I buy it from them? I don't know. That's strange. All right, so oops, my fault. I'm clicking everything but where I'm supposed to be. So finally, what we're gonna end up getting into is Professor Messer's video, which I believe should be about file systems, is what I was taking notes on. File systems. I want to at least hop back onto there and finish those little topics. I think we're getting into the FAT file systems. So let's get into FAT 32 and just FAT in general, right? Obviously, I'm gonna be showing y'all this, but on my phone, which this one has to become my camera. I always don't do it, but this one needs to become my camera. So let me come here, put this here, gotta clean it. My fault, I kind of got distracted by like so many different things. I gotta get back to my note taking. And we gotta turn on this camera here. Where's it at? Perfect. Let's get back to this note taking. So we got the FAT. I'm also forgetting that I'm going to need to use this phone for Professor Messer. Which what I'm really hoping for is that I could just connect to my earphones here, because if I can't, all right, here we go. That's perfect, perfect, perfect. I was gonna say that's gonna suck. So I guess we're going for 1202. I gotta look up the 1202, and this is, like I said, the newer one. So this one is gonna end up canceling out. I want to say by maybe around September 2028, maybe. I think. Who knows? I should have done an operating systems overview. I know I did it myself, but I feel like he kind of knows a lot more things than I do. So we got, I think I put constant availability, so we already got a good amount of what is going on here. So we got file allocation table. So let's kind of see where we go from here. So this is one of the first PC-based file systems. So I never knew that. So FAT is one of the first. I'm assuming not FAT 32, just FAT in general. So this is one of the first. I'm assuming FAT 32 might be, is that like what, a little bit bigger? A little bit better at the time? It might be an upgrade for the time. Okay, so let's see. What am I doing? I forgot what I was writing. So one of the first PC-based file systems. I like that. One of the first PC-based file systems. So happy to have finally learned a little bit more about BIOS and to get a little bit more confident there with that quiz. I like doing the quiz maybe in the beginning of the stream, fail it or pass it, and then kind of, but I kind of got distracted. And I also woke up late. My bad, y'all. I keep trying to wake up for like, I legitimately want to wake up at 11 so that I can stream for like 2 hours, but I keep staying asleep. It's crazy. I don't know what it is, but it's probably because I'm doing overtime. So then now I'm going to be, so I got one of the newer ones. Now I'm going to be taking a note on FAT 32. So we got FAT 32 here. So I guess this would be one of the most what's it called? Modernish, I guess, one, or the newest one. So yeah, I think I got that right for the FAT 32, pretty much. So then that's good. We got the file relocation. So I guess there's some sites or some computers that are operating systems, that use this type of file system. Still, I don't know if I wouldn't say modern. I think it's just like, you know how people still have like different types of computers. I think that's probably where it is. Not everybody has the newish computer. So we got to go volume sizes here. And then lastly, maximum file size is 4 gigabytes, like how we could kind of see up here at some point. So larger than 2 terabytes, but I guess maximum file size is 4 gigabytes. So that's crazy. So max file size is 4 gigabytes. Max file size, 4 freaking gigabytes. That is insane. By the way, if y'all are new here, man, make sure you end up hitting that subscribe button. We currently are studying about the operating system, and right now we're getting into file systems, but the goal is to ultimately just learn what we are learning to hopefully pass the CompTIA A+. As you can see at the top, we are studying for our CompTIA A+. So let's continue going here. We have the original, the upgrade. Oh yeah, basically the upgrade. So the problem with FAT32, even though it's not modern, I meant to say it was more of the upgrade, is saying that a lot of our file systems are much larger. So, or storage systems or file systems, I think. I think it says storage systems. So a lot of our storage, I think storage, right? Sizes. Yeah, so storage systems are much larger than 2 terabytes. So a lot of our storage systems are much bigger than 2 terabytes. So that's, I guess, why we don't use the FAT32 too often, especially if you're just gonna have a lot of storage. Like, that's just not the case. I mean, you're not gonna have much storage. So people are probably gonna use a different file system ultimately because this one isn't gonna be enough. So basically, if you have a USB drive or a flash drive, damn, can I speak? If you have a USB drive or a flash drive, pretty much you're probably using the exFAT. Okay, so I had no idea. I thought the exFAT was probably like a little bit, I guess, greater, but I'm assuming that the exFAT is straight up just, maybe the exFAT is straight up just like it being, I think maybe external. So like I said, because it's a flash drive, so it's just or never mind. I thought it was external, but it says extended. Extended. Okay, so then that's good. So let's take a couple notes on the exFAT. I wonder why they would probably ask, like what type of questions would they ask about this stuff if it's not necessarily a file system that is being used. I mean, maybe it could ask questions like, why is the file system not being used? I mean, that's a possibility, but I'm not too sure if that would honestly be the case. Not too sure if that would honestly be the case at all. So let's go file system. So extended, our file allocation table. And then we are going to go with Microsoft Edge because not Microsoft Edge, sorry, Microsoft Flash Drive file system. Files could be larger than 4 gigabytes, compatible across many operating systems is, I guess, why are the benefits that pretty much come from this here. So Microsoft, if I could spell that correctly. So Flash Drive file system. So Microsoft created this, by the way. System. Then we need to go for files. Can be larger than 4 gigabytes. So the good thing is though, is because it can technically be used across many different operating systems, that basically means whatever, not even technically, it just is compatible. Whatever you end up putting on one filing system and you save onto that flash drive, it can easily transfer to a different filing system. So if you have your Windows upstairs and you decide to transfer something from your Windows to, or that you put in that filing system to your Mac OS, it's possible because it is compatible. That's crazy. Insane. So I gotta do systems like, and then let me do Windows, Linux, and then Mac OS, bammers. Last but not least, well, not last but not least, there's a lot more to end up getting into, but I think last but not least for me, I should have immediately came to the studying portion earlier, but I think I'm going to have to save this for later. I'm going to make sure that next time I just kind of jump right into the studying because, like I said, I messed up, y'all. I messed up. So let me go and basically bring y'all back here, and we're going to get a little bit into this job hunt, which I cannot wait to do. I love doing this little job hunt section. It's super fun for me. Super damn fun for me. So if y'all are ready to go and see what this job hunt ends up looking like, let's go. So we got job. I was going to write job hunt. IT support offers. This time we're not going to look at remote. I want to see like what are some of the newer positions that are out. Over 216,000 on Indeed is crazy. Oh, you know what's insane too? I just realized that they have like internship jobs that I haven't even thought to like look for either. But it's probably because it's dummy hard. Let's do internships. I want to see how much they actually have on here because I wasn't even thinking about that either. I want to see if I can find an internship in a data tech center. No, I'm just kidding. Just does what this dude does. Or what this dude did. Let me go and turn off this camera here. Oh, sorry about that. Forgot that that camera was on. Let's go turn this off. Vammers. Now I could kind of grab this phone. And then give me 1 second. Let's go back here. So now we're looking at the technical IT support internship. I can't believe I completely forgot to look for internships, y'all. Completely forgot. And this is probably around the time where they would release internships as well. Obviously, none of these are remote though, which sucks. Maybe I could see if I could try to narrow some of those down, but they're probably not. Oh, sorry, y'all. All right, so this is Celsius. I guess Celsius is offering a technical IT support, which is perfectly fine. I'm not mad about it. I wonder if you have to be there. It says role requires presence in Boca Raton, Florida. That's crazy. I wish, but I'm not in Florida, and they're offering to multiple. But this is good for me to like know for next year that these are like certain, these things happen in these areas. I would love to go live in Florida. Y'all have no idea. I think my biggest thing is like I would probably apply to these and then show up there. You know what I mean? Like I'll be like, can I please have it remote because I'm moving down there, like the interview. And then if they're like, okay, and I feel like they hired me and stuff, then maybe I might just fly to Florida. I might just take a risk. So you're assisting in resolving help desk tickets related to basic hardware, Windows, Mac OS, and common software issues with Jira, Office 365, Adobe. Support onboarding and offboarding activities, including helping hardware, help maintain IT assets. I literally had a dream, y'all. I'm telling y'all, my dreams have recently, they've been coming true lately, specifically when it comes to like my career path. And I had a dream that I was working as an IT help desk person, or like I was doing IT work pretty much. And I guess the way I landed this position was that it was because I knew, I think it was because I knew someone that was in a school, and I think they offered me like an internship, and it was like, or it was either that or I was like talking to someone and they offered me a part-time role that I knew I was getting paid for because I was excited because I was like, yes, I'm getting paid for a little bit for this part-time role, and it was literally perfect. It matched my schedule. It was 4 hours and I was still able to work my other job, right? So I was like, yo, like the fact that that dream did that, like it really makes me think at the end of the day, God got something for me, bro. Because I keep having these like dreams where I'm seeing things that are like, just like, it feels like he's answering me. It's crazy. Provide support with VPN access. Oh my goodness, thank you, Harsh. Thank you, Harsh, so much for the donation, man. Oh my goodness. That's super goated. Or the super chat, my fault. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this is like the second time. I'm so happy. Oh my goodness. That is insane. It says create simple job aids or user guides to help employees. Harsh though, yes. Oh my goodness, man. And it also went on my screen. I didn't even know. Wow. Take on additional tasks as assigned by the IT team to support learning growth. Currently pursuing or recently completed a degree in information technology or a related field. I really want to get mine in network engineering, y'all. Y'all have no idea. Interest in developing hands-on experience in desktop support, troubleshooting, and IT operations. Clear communication skills with the ability to assist users at varying technical levels. Strong attention to detail, organization, and willingness to learn. I'm sorry, I'm like so all over the place because I got a donation, bro. Y'all have no idea how happy I am. That's so crazy, bro. Alright, ability to work on site in Boca Raton, which sucks. It's not possible here, but exposure to ticketing systems. I really hope that's crazy. And they're offering 2 of these. So I wonder whoever gets this, like, that's super goated. This one's a paid internship. I really wouldn't care about getting paid, to be honest. But it says here the internship is year-round with a 2-year opportunity. That's not bad. This is the high school is currently seeking a technology internship from, obviously, it's going to be school hours. The salary range of $13 an hour. For 8 hours, I don't know. For 8 hours, I do not know if I would have took this. Like, I could do $13 an hour for 4 hours. But for 7.5 hours out of the day, that's going to be tough. Especially because that's going to be 16-hour shifts. If I took that, that ain't working. But obviously, I think all of these are planning on you doing 8 hours, and most of them don't even care about pay. Oh, this ain't bad. $22 an hour plus housing stipend. Hey, this isn't a bad, and it's a 5-month program. That's not crazy. That's not crazy at all. It says triage and respond to service desk tickets, troubleshoot basics to intermediate technical issues. That's not bad either. Previous computer technology training or schooling. Graduated from undergrad or graduate school with no more than a 2-year gap between undergraduate graduation. So this is pretty crazy. And this is for the Los Angeles Dodgers. I'm not even gonna lie, I guess I can kind of see why people do get a little bit of excitement when working for like a company that is well known. Cause like imagine, you are like an IT support intern for Celsius, you're gonna be like, yeah, I work at Celsius. It just sounds good. It sounds good, but it's like, okay, calm down. So, but I wouldn't chase it, especially Take Two Interactive, but I wouldn't chase like a internship or a job position for one of these specific companies. But I wouldn't not apply. Like I would literally apply, and if I got it, I think I would hype it up. I'd be like, "Yep, I work for Take Two. Y'all niggas don't need, yeah, like y'all don't need to know what I do, but I work there." They're like, you are literally an intern, and you're possibly not even getting paid. So offer on-site assistance. So a lot of this is on-site. New York isn't bad. I already told you that I live on the east. So a lot of the stuff on the east, it makes me a little bit excited. It makes me a little bit excited. Contribute efforts towards larger IT projects. That's not bad. Able to work independently. But like I said, the only thing is that they kind of do expect you to work 8 hours and pretty much with a very little pay. So I don't know. Oh, wait a second. It says we develop and publish products principally through Rockstar Games, 2K, and Zynga. If you ever wanted to be a video game designer, this probably would be one of the positions you would go for, even though it has nothing to do with video game designing. But like I've told y'all, internal transfers is the best. So if you're already there as an intern and you were showing plenty of interest in the development space and you're, showing that you have those skills that you're willing to learn and you're talking to these people, it's possible that they could eventually, hire you in as a developer at one point, or just hire you as a actual IT support personnel. It's a duration of 3 months though. They expect you to be in the office 4 days in the office. Like 4 days in total, bitch, or like in the week. We gotta be specific here because if it's 4 days in total, I might book a flight. Do my 4 days immediately. And then just go. So it's about $20 an hour. That ain't bad. This ain't bad. Honestly, I'm surprised $20 an hour for an internship. That's like a regular day amount, a shift. 9 a.m. to 6 wouldn't work for me, but that's okay. Last 6 months as a part-time internship. How is this part-time? Oh, good. I guess you probably do it. We will accommodate with your class schedule, expecting commitment of 20 hours per week. I think I could do that. Give me 4 hours a day, or on my day off, I'll do 20 hours. No, I'm just kidding. I think on my days off, I wouldn't mind doing a full 8-hour shift. So it's just to get that out of the way, and then one of the days do 4 hours. I wouldn't mind, but I don't live there. Is this New York again? Perform software and hardware installations. Determines root cause of IT related issues. Bro, but I really had a dream of working in this field. And I'm just super stoked because I really feel like it's going to happen. It was such like a perfect thing. It legitimately fit my schedule. It just felt like, because you know how I'd be doing overtime and stuff? It literally just felt like I was doing overtime, but I did have to work in a building. I remember I walked in, I was ready to get hands-on, and I was excited. So that kind of sucked because I was hoping to land a remote position, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Maybe all that dream could have meant is like, maybe not specifically that job, but it could have meant there is something for you that makes sense. I just gotta wait for it. This is part-time as well. This is peak utility services, trust, respect, accountability, integrity. Let's see how many applications. The first 25. Meeting is probably in person. The good news, like I said though, is when you see stuff like this, because for one, not everybody wants to go for an internship, but when you see stuff like this, it kind of shows you what states have less people who are interested. Texas obviously seems to be the one. But granted, it could be because it's an internship. A lot of people who are trying to get into IT are dead looking for pay. Like they're looking for a job, they're looking for something pretty good. So they might not be interested, but it doesn't really say if they're going to pay you or not. I think they have to. It just depends on like, because it's an internship, but I think it doesn't need to be anything higher than like minimum wage, to be honest. But that's why in my head, especially with it being part-time, I wouldn't care. I don't know, I would do it. I'm surprised people aren't applying to this. You know what I do want to look up real quick? Because we're seeing a lot of internships, so that means, hey, that's good. And especially for them to be released kind of now. This is another good thing that I'm learning like now as well, is that these are kind of the times when jobs offers are offered. Let me go and look up real quick I want to see networking engineering internships or even web design internships. I actually let me see. Let me look up web development. Just because I know some of y'all are some web devs and I want to show y'all if there's any type of like, hold on, because they're pissing me off. I want to see if there's anything for web dev that I could like show y'all real quick. So web development. So let's kind of see. We're gonna go with job type. Which was it? Oh, internship. Let's see. They do have a good amount of internships, y'all. So there's something for y'all, especially with web devs. I feel like there's no way it's in person. So do you have any friends who are doing live studies now on YouTube? No, I wish. If I did, I literally would do it like side by side because look, I have this like camera, this collab cam that I could do, that I have set up. Well, the camera's messed up, but I literally would do that if anybody. I knew this one person who pretty much like wants to do it, but if he were to do it, like I would so do it with him. I think that would make it so fun. We got develop, maintain, and support features, contribute to the design, implementation of backend, write clean, testable, maintainable code, ensure software remains stable, performance. So this is crazy though. The fact that they offer this, I was just wondering, is this like over the computer? Like what are we doing? Is this remote or not? But they do offer a good amount of internships. That's pretty good. SeatGeek has one. That's crazy. But I don't know, man. These pays are crazy. I'm not sure about that. Let me look up network engineering now though, because I really want to see like network engineers. I really want to see that. Internships though, let's see. They have about 1,000. That's not too bad. This is part-time, a junior network engineer intern. So this will assist an IT networking engineer. This kind of gives me hope. Like I said, whenever you hop on LinkedIn or Indeed and you kind of see this, the scary part is at the end of the day, sometimes it's not around your area. About 136, but it's still kind of like at least there's actual applications. When I first looked this up, I see nothing. So the fact that I'm actually seeing some stuff is either they're just hiring now or maybe I didn't know how to look at the time. This one's also part-time as well, which is funny because I just clicked internships. Experience with Meraki, Cisco, Juniper. I love it. I love it. But yes, y'all, I'm just super happy because I really want to go and just get into this, y'all. I'm just super driven. I can't wait to take y'all along my studying journey. I wish I studied a little bit more today. But I am in a bit of a rush. I woke up late. I was supposed to wake up early and I have to go and get ready for work, get some food. You already know the drill. Wish I could stick around with y'all. Thank you so much, Harsh, for that donation. That's super generous of you. And I'm really just so happy. This is the second time I've ever got a donation. So like, I'm just like, bruh, that is crazy. So thank you so much for that. But if y'all ever known anybody, if there was a smaller YouTuber that you kind of know that does live studies, let me know because I would love to see if we could collab and live study together. We might be able, and even if it's something completely different, I wouldn't care. I feel like the fact that we could probably talk about tech, talk about life on stream, I think that would definitely be so super cool to do. That's why I'm trying to encourage Snake, because Snake was the person who, I don't think he's here, but he was the person that was talking about how he wants to do it. I said, let me know. Like he has no idea. Let me know. I want to do it with you. I think it will make things super more like interesting. But I can't wait to eventually be taking this CompTIA A plus certification because I feel like when I take it, I think that's when I'm gonna feel so much more like confident in this journey and this path and doing all of this. It's gonna, at least it's gonna feel like I took a step forward. You know what I mean? Same thing when I finally land an IT support job. It's like, yes, I took that step forward. So I can't wait to end up getting into that. But I do love y'all. I do gotta go. I'm super sorry. I wish I could have stayed on longer. I screwed myself by waking up late, but it's just I was doing some overtime, y'all, and I'm feeling a little bit sick, so it sucks. It sucks. But I will be catching y'all on the next one. Love y'all. See y'all later. Y'all are super goated. Deuces.